Hello, everybody from LAS 4294, Contemporary Latin America and the Caribbean. Thank you, Angel, for joining us. How do you pronounce your name? Angel?
Neil, yes.
How is it?
It's Angel, but
Angel.
in
Yeah, the,
yes,
the Y can be a J sound, yeah, depending.
Spanish, yes,
Yeah. In Colombia, they said Medellin or Medellin. It could be either one.
yes.
Okay, Angel. Thanks for being here. I'm going to go ahead and start. No one else has made it, but you can, as always, you can watch the recording and just report that to me, and I will give you full credit for participation. So I'm going to be very brief. This is week 3 that we're beginning. I think only 2 of you have filled out the information for the library training. That's easy points. I hope you'll do that, and it's going to be helpful for you in your research. So if you're not sure what that is, let me know, and I'll help you guide you to it. It's a tutorial for doing research in Latin America in the library. Also, this week just last week actually, you read Charles, uh, John Charles Chasteen's book, Born in Blood and Fire. And it's actually one of the best textbooks, history textbooks on Latin America that's available, partly because he wrote it at an introductory level for beginning students, and he wrote it in a compelling way in a narrative style, which caused him to also make some sacrifices. He was not able to go in the same amount of detail as Peter Wynn's Americas or Skidmore's Latin America, which goes in much greater detail about Latin America. But he did that in order to make it accessible to beginning students at the college level. So I hope you enjoyed that. The name of it is Born in Blood and Fire. So I've already read through your forum posts. I suppose most of you have figured out that what he's referring to in his title is he believes that Latin America has a founding trauma that is the source of a lot of the problems, social problems, political problems in Latin America, which is the twin trauma of the destruction of Indian cultures, indigenous cultures, as well as the African slave trade and plantation slavery. I will. We've created a new class, by the way. Most of you are probably on your way out of here, but I created a new class last fall, an introduction to the Caribbean, which goes in far more detail into the plantation slavery system in the Caribbean. If you're from the Caribbean or you're interested in taking a course on the Caribbean next fall, we'll be offering that course, LAS 3330. Uh, Hold on one second. I got to pause this. Hello, who's calling? Good. I'm in the middle of a Zoom presentation. Can I call you back by any chance? What's your phone number? 3929. Thank you. Sorry about that. I'm back. Let us continue. So, John Chasteen makes a central theme of his book the twin traumas of African slavery, which went right along with the sugar plantation system, and the exploitation of indigenous peoples, and the drastic demographic reduction through disease and exploitation. So a number of you have written some very excellent posts. Thank you very much. We're moving on now to Peter Wynn's Americas. That was a book that was written in conjunction with a TV series done for PBS. I've tried to find the original recordings for the Peter Wynn's Americas, and I can't find them. They're not available. But the book is excellent. It's also similar to Chasteen. It's written at a very accessible level. It's not dense at all, and you'll be reading that. That's a pretty big book. And then after that, we'll be going into Skidmore's Modern Latin America, which is also very dense, but it's like an encyclopedia of modern Latin America. So we'll be busy reading for the next 3 weeks. I wanted to also mention, of course, you'll be reading only selected chapters from those books. I wanted to also mention that you'll need to start developing your research question. First, you decide on your topic, and that means asking yourselves things like when, who, what, where, uh, and then you develop that into a paragraph and then into a thesis statement, a clear one sentence statement of your intention or your argument, and then you flip that around into a question and it becomes a research question. A good research question can lead you to a good paper. Almost always a poor or ambiguous research question will result in a ambiguous, meandering paper that doesn't know where it's going, doesn't know what argument it's making. And so the problem most students run into with a topic selection is they make it too broad, like why did indigenous peoples die so massively in Latin America at the arrival of the Spanish? That's a very broad topic. And there's a little bit of what there, but you have to narrow a topic like that down to something like this. Spanish indigenous peoples died primarily because of disease in Hispaniola between 1492 and 1520. And then you can turn that into a question, and that's what they died, where, Hispaniola, when, between 1492 and 1520, and so that's your thesis statement. Then you flip that into a question: why did indigenous people die in such massive numbers in Hispaniola between 1492 and 1520? Or you could rephrase that: indigenous people between 1492 and 1520 in Hispaniola died because of Spanish brutality. Or you could say because of disease. And then you've got your research focus. I've posted in the Canvas shell a short YouTube video about how to develop a research question. I urge you to watch it. If you need to, watch 4 or 5 more. There's a bunch of them on YouTube. Just put in a search in YouTube for research question. You'll find lots and lots of them. I had one other example I was going to use, and I've forgotten what it was. But whatever topic you're thinking about doing, most likely you'll have to narrow it down to a specific place, a specific time, a specific group of people, and a specific issue. So please reach out to me or come to office hours next week if you're having difficulty with that, and I will give you assistance. And also send me copies of what you're doing. I know you're supposed to be submitting it pretty soon. And I want to help you develop this because that's the first step in successful research. Okay, so we just read a couple chapters of John Chateen. Now we're moving on to Peter Wynne. The book is Americas. I don't think I have a copy in here. I've loaned out all my copies. It's an excellent book. And then after that, we'll be moving on to Skidmore's Modern Latin America. So thank you all for your kind attention. If you're able to watch this video, please send me a message and let me know. I just sent out a message to all of you. One of the girls in the class that was having trouble watching the video, she contacted Canvas support, and they gave her very good, clear instructions of how to watch the video. So I passed her instructions along to the rest of you. Try to stay warm. Enjoy this refreshing weather, and I'll talk to you next Monday. Hopefully, I'll be hearing from you by email or Canvas Messenger. Okay? Take care.